Yo-ho-ho, it's time for the Boaty Show. Living on the water is the only life we know. Yo-ho-ho-ho, it's time for the Boaty Show.
Hello, Steph.
Hello, Jeff.
Let's get down to business. We've got a lot to cover.
Yes, we do. What about you? What about updates from your end of the microphone?
I got nothing Boaty whatsoever. I have been... I'm writing my second book called Monkey Farm.
Yes, you are.
And I've been editing it. And I hired the publisher hired an editor, 2 editors actually for my first book, You Teach the Machines. I'm doing all the editing on Monkey Farm myself because it's really important that it be entirely in my voice. It's like the story of me when I was 22 in low country, South Carolina. So
yeah,
anyway,
it's a true story. It's
true
autobiographical,
story.
right?
Yeah. So anyway, no Boaty stuff from me. First, we have a listener correction. From mixologist Mark, who's joined us in past episodes to discuss the Boaty Show cocktail.
Yes.
As there is no comment section on the Boaty Show Apple podcast page, and this is from really irrelevant to our last show where I shared about the experience I had going out for a row in an 8 for the first time in a long time. And I talked about the sound that the water makes when it's like sliding past the hull and how it was such a great sound. So comment on cruise shell hydrodynamics. Cruise shells have really smooth hulls, and this is to reduce friction and to encourage laminar flow as the shell moves through the water. In essence, a kind of boundary layer of water sticking to hull forms and slips past the moving water in a lower drag, lower friction manner. So a little bit of water sticks to the hull, and then the other water goes past that more easily. The smoother the surface, the more likely that a boundary layer forms. However, in reality, there will be tiny imperfections on the hull that make maintaining laminar flow along the entire length of the shell impossible. These disruptions cause turbulence, and the turbulence is what causes that cavitation, the burbling sound. That cavitation is always there, but I suspect becomes more obvious the faster and better set the shell is. I too love that sound. Just thinking about it makes the hair on my neck stand up.
Wow. But this listener edition was really quite lovely. It was very, very informational.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Very well written. And
I did not know that there's a boundary layer and that water would go by water. And that was fascinating. And you're not going to mention my funny joke that I made about how I gurgled it?
Oh, I know because I forgot it already. That says nothing about your joke. I live exclusively in the moment.
Good for you. How's then?
I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and play. All right. You've gone off and done a whole bunch of things with regard to the steamboats at the Antique Boat Museum in Clayton on the Thousand Islands. You ready?
I'm ready.
You're gonna tell us all. Yes. Here, I'll play the interview that you've recorded first, and then you reflect on it. That cool?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Iron butterfly to Redbud.
Go for Redbud.
Hi, we have someone doing the recording. Can you mind doing your whistle again?
Sure, give me just a moment to make a little steam.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you're down, when we ride on the boat, we'd like to keep it at 100 pounds of pressure or higher.
Yeah.
And if it's down like 50 or 60, you've got to blow your whistle.
The whistle sounds off.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, if you guys get too much pressure, is the whistle how you release some?
You'd be surprised how little that does.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'd have to blow that whistle a long time.
Yeah. Those things are loud, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
But there is a safety valve here. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you can release it?
Beyond a certain point, it'll lift.
And how far can you go? Like if you've got wood, you're putting the wood in, you can only carry so much wood. How far can you go on one trip?
Well, today we went
We didn't go that far today.
Today we went 14.6 miles.
Oh, okay.
We just went up to
That was
Canoe
up to
Point.
Cedar Point and back.
Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we went up there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty
We
good
do
trip.
30-mile trip if we were
the goal-
organized. We didn't leave here until almost noon.
Yeah,
So,
that's great though. So you can get 30 miles in a trip.
yeah,
Oh, easy.
Amazing. That's
it's,
good.
If you don't mind sitting around that long, that's-
Yeah.
The goal of every day is pack a lunch and get off early and find a place where you can go and have lunch. So you steam there and make yourself a nice lunch. And sometimes you have cold sandwiches, but sometimes we have that nice little firebox and we can cook grilled cheese sandwiches in there, or we do our hot dogs. Or sometimes I'll take a baked potato, wrap it in double foil, stick it in the
There's
firebox.
just enough room to keep it on the
yeah.
edge of the fire.
Amazing.
And then
Baked
the
potatoes.
other thing that we have, we're from Connecticut.
Here, let me swap
And
this.
back in Connecticut, something that's very popular is steamed cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay.
And,
Interesting.
And it's a thing, and they're very, very popular. So, of course, my husband, being a tool maker and being very creative, he made me this box here.
Ooh, he must be. Is he letting off too much pressure, letting off steam
Yep.
on the next boat? Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
That noise.
All right.
So, my husband made me this cute little box here.
Uh huh.
And he made me, this I bought, but he made me these nice little trays.
Look at that. Just little aluminum trays.
Yeah, and then what
Little
you do,
stainless steel.
and you put some raw hamburger in here, and in this one you put cheddar cheese, and then you put them inside this little box, and you close the door and turn the valve or open the valve, and in about 8 minutes or so you have a hamburger that's cooked to perfection, and you have your roll and pour your melted cheese on it. Or if I'm having my
That's a pretty hot, that's a pretty nice add-on. Like I have a lot of boats and none of them can make a cheeseburger.
and how
None of them.
Take your little dish and put your broccoli in here, and you
Steamed
steam it.
broccoli.
Steamed broccoli.
Oh, there he goes. Is it Red Bud? Is that the name of that one? All right.
Getting your money's worth out of that.
That was great. Yeah, I was gonna say, why would somebody choose this type of boating of all the other kinds of boating? And now I have my answer. Cheeseburgers.
It gives us a reason to cook stuff and eat.
That's a pretty good answer.
You also go about seven miles an hour max.
Yeah.
So you could go along and you can enjoy the scenery.
Yeah.
You see animals. You know,
Absolutely.
you can just enjoy the beauty of the day.
Yes,
You know,
a lot to be said for that.
It's not noisy.
Yes.
I mean, you have a little kind of sound, but other than that, it's just very peaceful.
So where do you guys like to go in the Thousand Islands besides? You did like a state park. You did a state park
We did
today.
State park
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone up to Bolt Castle.
Oh, good.
We love to go to the lighthouse.
Oh, Rock Island.
Great.
That's a-
Yeah,
that's a-
Rock Island's the best.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's where we live, is right by Rock Island.
Oh, okay.
And so I always keep an eye out for you guys because I love seeing the boats and hearing the boats.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, maybe they can't make it that far, and so maybe I need to just come down to the museum to find you guys. So I'm glad I found you. But it's also cool to know where you're going and what's going, like what kind of places you like to get. But Rock Island is so beautiful, isn't it?
Wellesley Island.
Yep.
You have to go there because they have an ice cream shop.
Oh, they went to TI Park, you mean? Yeah, that's where Leo stays, yeah. Oh, there's another one. Is that the same boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the only one that's out. So
And
how are you
then
guys
the other
affected
thing
by the, strong
we
current?
discovered when last
do you
couple
ever
years ago
cover
at
it?
Family Day, there
You-
was
you can
someone
notice,
here from a
yeah.
nature center.
Yep.
I don't know what island.
It's Wellesley as well.
Oh,
It's around the
that's
corner.
also
Yep.
Wellesley?
Yep.
So that's a beautiful
Yeah, I'm
steam
just
trip
thinking
to
about
go
down
over
at
there.
Rock
Yeah.
Like,
And we'll
there's
dock,
serious
and then we'll take our lunch and go up and enjoy the nature center.
Yeah.
That
You
one you
know,
gotta pay
and,
attention.
And then we always do
Usually what
a
I'll
big
do is
trip
if I'm trying
around
to fight the
Grindstone
current, I'll
Island.
stay along.
Amazing. So you guys get all over the place.
Fight as fast.
That's amazing.
It's fun.
If I'm going downstream, right in the middle
One of the gentlemen
You ever
would
found
like to
current
go
that's
down
too fast to be able to go upstream?
Cape, is it Cape Vincent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
it
he'd
looks
like
like
to
it
go
could
down
be,
there,
I
see all
wouldn't
the
go.
windmills.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's on our agenda. I don't know if we'll get to go
That's
there.
far. But yeah, I know you guys can do it.
Cape
I
Vincent?
can tell.
Yeah, it takes me about
Half an hour in your boat.
took me a half hour to get to Carlton, so it's probably 45
Thank you.
minutes from my boat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I love that.
That way you guys can look it up later.
That's right. We will.
You can look it up later, and then you can hear it if we get it on there. But I really appreciate your chatting for a couple of minutes. What are your names? I'm Stephanie.
And Bob and Trudy.
Bob and Trudy.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you guys. Maybe we can next year. I'll make sure we come back down and see if we can find you again.
Right, okay. But if you can go and talk to the first boat there.
Okay. What's his name again? George.
Clem and Chuck.
Clem and Chuck.
Chuck is in the orange.
All right.
And,
All right. We'll go grab them next.
yeah. What they did today.
So the way this comes about for me is that very often in June I'm not on the water as much as I am in July and August, and every year these little steamboats come and visit the river as a group, and they home base it at the Antique Boat Museum with a like a volunteer part of somebody from the community brings this big, huge like trailer full of chopped up wood for them to feed into their little steamboats and putt around the river. And I just really love these boats. And then every year I realize by the end of June that I have missed them and I have regret. And that is, and then so the next year I try to remember and get myself over there. So, but for some reason I didn't see them. I couldn't find them. And like, I was like calling people and bothering people in Clayton and asking where they were. Anyway, finally, I figured out they were there partly because my son works there now, so that's helpful. And as it turned out, he told me he'd helped to put them in the water because they need a little help. Because interestingly, they can't just draw. Like if you put the steamboat in, it runs on the pressure that builds up when you burn wood, so you can't turn. It doesn't turn on, right? Like you gotta build up the pressure in order to go somewhere. So when you put the boat in, somebody has to help you tow it around to where it's going to go from the boat ramp, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the thing that I learned. And I would just say that I've been reflecting on why I love them so very much. I don't know. People probably don't know what they look like. So you're going to have to help me describe them. But to me, they look like a little toy. They really look like a toy boat and they sound like a toy boat and they're very adorable. They're antique. Well, that's not right. They're old. They're styled to be old, whether they are old or not. A lot of them are homemade, but they're a lot of wood and fiberglass, and they have that canvas top on them, right?
Like Surrey top, yeah. Like
a Surrey, like an awning kind of a top.
Here,
and then they have.
You're doing a great job. You haven't used the word hot once.
They're not. They're sweet instead of hot.
Which in this context would be an entirely apropos word, but not the thermal situation, right? The steamboats.
Yes, exactly right.
So they are hot, but really because they're burning wood to make steam so that they can go. So these little steam launches are double enders. So they've got a nice, plumb sharp bow, and then a taper to a plumb, somewhat sharp stern. Some of them are fantail where the stern sort of spreads out, but they are all probably 18 to 24 feet ish. And in the middle, the most characteristic feature is a steam engine. So there's a wide cylinder down low, and then that tapers up into a chimney, and there's all kinds of like a stovepipe that goes up. And there's all kinds of tubes and valves and gauges and stuff clustered all over the cylinder. And then behind it there are some mechanicals, like the lower cylinder is a boiler. There's a fire in the bottom of it, and then a tank of water that gets heated up, and then that water turns into steam and gets pushed into a single cylinder, which like a reciprocating cylinder goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And that turns a flywheel, which then turns a propeller shaft, and the propeller, which makes them go. And the wood thing is so cool. I have a couple of times been there in June. Again, also like you, not knowing that this was happening because I forgot. And I smell wood smoke and I hear steam whistles, and it's different. And then you'll see one of these things like chugging along, and they burn pretty clean. So it's not like there's smoke coming out of them. But they have the steam whistle that you heard in the audio that I played. It's a wood fire boiler making steam. And I love that anecdote about the launch and that they need to be towed because they need to be fired and they need to get up ahead of steam before they can go anywhere. And that takes a little while. Like, you got to heat the water up. You got to like get the fire going. You got to heat the water up.
Yeah. It's just like, I guess I realized like there's something I find them really charming. And, we see a lot of boats. We hang out with a lot of boats. But there's something about these. And part of it is that it does engage different senses besides just the visual.
Yeah.
I mean, visually, they are delightful. They're like a combination of like a porch swing and like a steampunk kind of like vibe. Like, it's very weird. Yeah. But they're so charming, both up close and also far away. And also they make food like baked potatoes and hamburgers. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, I think we heard a little bit about it in the interview. But like, give us more of your impression of the potatoes and the burgers.
I was kind of just like stunned a little bit. Like, I was just like, wait, what do you do with this boat? Like, it was the sweetest thing. Like, they pulled out the little trays and showed me the little trays where they make steamed hamburgers, which is some sort of local Connecticut tradition.
That was Trudy and
Bob. The look of them is amazing, but also, like you said, the sound is so distinct and so unique and different from what we're hearing, right? Especially as boats get bigger and faster and louder sometimes on the river. Like, that's a thing. And these are the opposite. Like,
they make the nicest sounds. They make a gentle chugging sound. They make the steam whistle sound.
Yes, exactly. And then besides that, they make almost no sound. And, which was a point they were making. Like, it is a very quiet way of getting around compared to other boats. And then you're right. The smell is so charming as well. Like, it's just different. Yeah. So it was, I was very excited to get to meet a few of them. They were, I don't know, it's a really sweet community.
Your text to me, you sent me all these pictures and videos and the audio of your interview, which is fantastic. You did a great job.
Thanks.
And the text says, we drank moonshine. We drank moonshine. Next text. Their boats make hamburgers.
It was kind of a combination of like, when you find people who are just doing something that they really love, there is just nothing like it. Their enthusiasm is so genuine, and this is what they do. And the fact that I think she said that he's a tool maker, and so he had made this little set of trays for melting cheese and steaming hamburgers, and they fit into the, like, I don't know, the whole thing was just absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm really glad someone's doing it.
Yeah, I want to do it.
You do? I bet you do. You love chopped up wood.
I do. I chop an inordinate. I chop an inordinate and potentially obsessive amount of firewood.
You really do. You're so qualified for this type of boating, Jeff. It's amazing.
What I want to do very much, though, is get an old speedboat hull and put a steam engine in it. You know that blue derelict next to Bill and Jack's? It's got a tree growing out of it.
No, I don't. I'll go check it out later, though.
Yeah, it's across the street from Sue and Mark's, sort of tucked into that. There's a bit of the parking lot adjacent to the firehouse. There's a blue speedboat in there that all I can see in that is a steam engine. Although, if I could get a real beat cheap Donzi hull and put a steam engine in it, that might be fun.
I mean, you would need more wood to move that around, which would be good for you because you have a lot.
Oh yeah, I typically have more firewood than I can burn at any one point in time. I gave some to you, right? Didn't you take some from the barn?
No, I never did because it snowed 700 feet after we had that conversation, and then it stayed all winter. So it was buried.
I'm thrilled with this steamboat segment. This is really neat, and there may or may not be people who use their steam engine as a means to distill
moonshine.
I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
That's true. Maybe they're just. What do you want to say? They're just making spirits. Is that better? Or is it just? I don't understand. Why is this illegal? It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
But anyway, regardless, yes, I did have a little drink, and it was actually pretty good. It was like a peachy flavor, but not in a gross way. So we'll have to. That
wasn't Trudy and her husband. That was another crew that you may or may not have met at the Steamboat function.
Correct. That's
right. Allegedly.
I love it, and I love that they to go on these little adventures every day when the weather is pretty good. But they seem to be very open to giving people rides around in them too. So next year we should plan it better and get a boat ride.
We're totally going to plan it better.
Yes, we're known for that.
All right. We don't have. Oh, we have. Do we have a float and a boat of the week?
Yeah, we have both.
So we're going to pick a boat of the week out of the listener submitted boats that we got that are all of the century.
They're all centuries.
They're all centuries.
Century of the week, which is
century
a funny sentence too.
We have a float of the week because you and I both received people sending us basically this amazing float of the week. So we're just going to play a little bit of the, you know what? Right. So, we just pick it and it wins. Like, it's not like there's a competition here.
Correct. This is us just pointing out that there's a great float out there that everybody should get a hold of. But I think it's important that we're covering this float of the week because it is motorized, therefore I think you might hate it less than all the other floats because it moves around. Like maybe you might even be able to get some jobs done in it or something useful.
I could motor along the side of my boat and while I scrub the hull. That's
exactly right. How do you feel about this, Jeff?
Maybe I could tow something with it.
Yes, maybe you could tow the steamboats with it.
You could tow the steamboats with it. I feel slightly better about this float, or at least I don't feel bad about other people being in floats. It's fine, whatever. You get in a float, but I get bored just sitting there. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I think it's funny. I love that you get bored sitting still. You're not alone, and it's totally normal. It's just the opposite of me. I get bored of everything except sitting still.
I'm silent laughing, right? Because it's true.
It's so true.
I can't believe it's taken us this long to get, speaking of distillation, to get to this central defining characteristic. This is...
We are uniquely misaligned.
Whenever I'm hanging out with you and you're not sitting still, you're like, just like,
when's this going to be over?
God, this is so boring doing these things. And then as soon as you sit down, you're like, woohoo!
Exactly. That's exactly right. So I do feel like this is the float that you and I can both get behind.
Well, I thought the stand-up paddleboard was a pretty good float for me. It's a float, and I can stand on it and paddle around.
Yeah, but you're by yourself. It's not very social.
It's true, because I leave.
You leave. It's great if you're planning on leaving, which is what you do.
I go, I do this.
But it's not as fun to hang out with you when you're not there, which you should take as a deep compliment. So I'm trying to figure out how we can hang out on the water and have a nice time floating, but you can somehow still not be bored because we could like float along, we could zoom along next to each other in these floaty things.
Oh, we could.
And I wouldn't really be doing anything.
No, you wouldn't.
Right?
So we could go places on a floaty.
Yes, and I think by our definition, these are boats. By the way, they're not just floats; they're also boats.
Yeah,
because you can go from point A to point B, maybe without getting wet. But I also would want to say that they would be particularly useful at Docksident, which, as you know, has a very strong current. There's a very strong current where I keep the houseboat. Right?
I would get bored because I would just have to motor into the current. You would be perfectly.
This is for me. And for me, what I can't do is I can't get in a float at Docksident because then I have to work to stay in one place or tie myself to a string of some kind.
Oh, so that's why you want this because.
Yes.
at docks it in next to the houseboat where the houseboat's tied up most of the time, then you'd be able to be in a float because it has a motor and you could just stay in one spot. Oh, you.
But but we could also take it to like South Bay, and then we could like just cruise. We could go around and cruise around and look at things.
Yeah. Okay.
Be useful in some way, whatever it is you do. I don't know.
So to describe now that we'll get to the very end, we'll describe the float. So it's like a chaise. It's like a chaise.
Good idea.
It's like a chaise lounge, sky blue with like puffy cloud graphics, and there's a joystick in the sort of along the arms of the chaise lounge on both sides. There's a joystick on both sides, which says to me that there's like some little electric jet motor down below each
That's
of
what
those.
I was wondering, is if you had any idea what the actual what the propulsion system is.
Like
we don't know.
People sent this to me and I immediately ignored it because it's a float. So I'm like, okay.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. But
it
was nice of people to send it. That was nice.
And I think they were right. I mean, if there's a float for you, this is it.
This is it. So that's the float of the week. All right. And now we're going to move on to the boat of the week.
Stable and sleek. Check out that vessel, baby, isn't she sweet? It's the boat of the week, boat of the week. Ooh, how I love me the boat of the week. Da 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 da. Hey, yeah, let's check out the boat of the week.
What are you laughing at? You were laughing.
I'm just appreciating the song anew.
You were laughing hysterically the entire time it played.
God, the earnestness that he brought to the table with that one is really delightful.
He really did. I talked to him. This is Jay. That was Jay Nash, ladies and gentlemen, playing the Boat of the Week theme. And I spoke with him earlier this week. It was an entirely social call. I called him out. I'm like, you bastard. You made this music. It's incredible. I don't know how you did it. It just happened. And he was pretty psyched to hear that. He said, maybe one day I'll make a Boaty Show album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Boats of the week.
So what are we doing? What do we set us up here?
Century.
You better.
This was the Century. This is the couple weeks of Century. All right. I think
Which
Julia.
is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite boats.
I think listener Julia started it.
Yeah.
She sent a link in the Boaty Show group chat for a 1972 Century Cheetah.
It's the green one, right?
I'm going to take your word for it, as I have a hard time with the red and the green colors.
Oh, that's right. It's green. It's very, very beautiful.
1972 Century Cheetah. I'm looking at it on Dock Deals right now on the website. Really cool boat, trailer included. Only thing she needs is a period wheel wrap, which I agree. And that wheel wrap should be a cheetah print for wheel wrap. Yep. This boat, let me see if I can view on the seller site. It's Facebook.
I couldn't get much detail on any of these boats, but that's okay. You know me. That's fine. The less I know, the better. I've got the listing in it, but I only see one picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really prefer the ones that have that straight one-piece windshield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this one has a curved windshield.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't list your boat on Facebook.
Yeah.
It gets harder and harder to actually get to a listing on Facebook unless you just camp out on Facebook all the time. And fewer and fewer people are doing that.
Yeah, it's true. I'm agreeing with you on that one.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Because I'd love to tell you more about this boat, but I can't because I can't navigate through all this Facebook BS.
Well, I mean, there's plenty to discuss.
I'll describe it. It is I'm going to say it's definitely a ski boat because it's got the toe, the ski toe, pillar up right behind the driver.
Right behind the driver.
This is a cockpit forward, so the driver is pretty far forward in it. It's green. There's a brown Naugahyde covered engine box in the middle, and then a bench seat across the back. It looks like it could be a 16.
Oh, you think it's that small? I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, this picture's a little fish-eyed, and it's hot. I like the.
No, you're right. It says 16 feet. Yep.
Oh, look at me. I like the windshield. It's got there was an era where windshields were often sort of like a fiberglass bubble, lots of curves in it. This one is a curved, not fiberglass, plexiglass bubble with curves. This is a curved plexiglass windshield, but it is relatively short. It doesn't wrap around very far. And I like that because see, there's a step, like you can step on the deck right next to the windshield to get down in there. So you're not like stepping into the cockpit and then climbing over the bench seat to get into stepping into the back of the cockpit and then climbing over the bench seat to get into the where you would drive. You're stepping right into that front bench seat. Yeah.
I think, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I think that's functional. And I think it has also, is that a spotlight on the front? I like that too. Right. I like when there's just random little like things on the front. I think like the horn or whatever. And then maybe not random. And then there's, the instrument panel, which I find to be quite lovely. It looks like it's a little bit of a wood veneer square with lots of instruments in it. Yeah.
Yep.
I like that
lots of gauges, like with chrome trim around them. It has it's got all kinds of chromed stuff bolted to its deck, like intakes.
Do we call that bright work? Is that bright work?
Bright work is when you've got varnished wood.
Oh, I was flat wrong about that. I just corrected somebody about that the other day, and I was totally wrong.
I hope you sold it. I hope you sold it real hard, and they felt dumb. You're like, no.
It was Jen Hohen, because Jen went to see the steamboats with me the second day, and we chit chatted with everybody, and and we were looking at a whaler, and she said the right thing, and I corrected her. Apologies.
I hope you were really like snarky about it. Like, no, bright work is when there's chrome stuff on the deck. I have a boat podcast.
I didn't actually say that, but it was implied.
Listen,
in my tone.
Hundreds of people around the world trust me about boating things. So, apology to listener Jen for that one.
Sorry. I also love the ladder on this Century. And it has these little venti things near the back too. Yeah.
Yeah.
More chrome venti things.
Yeah.
And then I love the font in which Century is written on the back. This is a beautiful boat. It's just so nice. And the fact that it's called a cheetah also makes me very happy.
And there is not a stitch of cheetah print anywhere on this thing.
No, it's true. I mean, that is one. It needs some waterproof throw pillows and a cheetah print, and then, like you said, the steering wheel wrap, and then rock and roll. She's ready to go. I believe that listener Julia said the Boaty Show.
Can you hear like salsa music playing? Or am I having a stroke?
I didn't want to say that, but it was a slightly concerned.
Anyway, this has a Ford 302 small block V8 in the back. Or actually on the back, under the engine box, way up in the middle. It's nicely balanced. This would be a fun boat to ski behind if you want to rip slalom turns. So that is our first
for a flat, calm day.
Yeah,
just like all the rest of our boats of the week today.
Right. All right. So that's the first. And that if you want to see this, it's on Doc Deal's Instagram and up on the Doc Deal's website. And maybe you can find the actual listing on Facebook. Maybe not.
And it's $10,000 just for the record.
Yeah, $10,000.
Yep. Okay. What's next?
Listener Patrick of Round Island.
Wait, Patrick of Round Island?
Oops, different Patrick. I was thinking Blake and Patrick. No, this was Patrick Murphy.
Right.
Yeah. Who's been a caller on the show. He's hosted a show with he's the Commodore of the Port Dunsel Yacht Club.
That's right.
Hashtag chart your course. He texted in the group chat, made the acquaintance of a gentleman selling this boat currently in Inlet, New York. That's a good name for a town. Mm-hmm. Figured this was the ideal boat for this group. 1992 Century Cardell, never better. Mercruiser 7.4 liter, Bravo 1 drive. Interesting, a Bravo 1 on a 7.4.
What does that mean?
I'll get to that. He said I like the boat, but I asked if he wanted to sell the boathouse because it's in the pictures that he sent. Have this thing up on a lift inside a really, really pretty boathouse. Let me see if I could find a listing for this.
See if the boathouse comes with a trailer. Never Better is a good name, and this is a hot boat. And this one has the exact style of windshield that I am such a sucker for. It's the one piece. It's the one piece windshield. It's that one piece, squared off, but just the whole front of it is just one. I just love it. I love the way it looks. This one's blue. It has.
I think I found the listing.
Did you? This one has the seating that you and I love. It has a flipper. It has the flipped around. The other one did not, because that was like, it was like a cockpit. This one has that flipped around side seat for the spotter. At least I think it does.
Yeah. No, I did not find the list. No, I found it. Yeah. Okay. I found it on the Classic Boat Collective
How much?
Facebook page. $14.9.
It's a hot boat.
Sure you want to fix your houseboat? You could
Nope.
you could sleep in this.
I could sleep in this.
All right, let me describe it. So I'll read the description. So 92 Century Coronado Cardell. This 21-foot Coronado was acquired by the current owner as part of a real estate deal. The boat has been on Fourth Lake its whole life and always boathouse kept. Other than a few superficial scratches on the hull sides, the boat's in excellent condition. Features lounge-style seating with a sink and a small beverage cooler. Ideal for taking friends out on the water. The Mercruiser 454 runs very strong. Drivetrain is the bulletproof Alpha 1 outdrive. The boat was in the water in 2025, ready to go. Comes with a tandem axle trailer. Call Matt Sherrill to inquire. I'll just freaking say the number, 585-314-5293. And if you buy this boat because you heard about it in the Boaty Show, you got to let us know, because that'd be funny.
Yeah, we want to know.
So this thing is a really neat amalgam of classic and updated, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was thinking the same thing.
It packs a lot into 21 feet. It's got I don't know a lot of boats that are 21 feet long that have a sink.
It has a sink?
That's what it said. Lounge style seating with a sink and a small beverage cooler.
Amazing. And then
it's got the seating we want. It's got the pontoon boat interior.
Yeah. And it's got the flipped around spotter seat, right?
No, it just has a freaking couch.
Oh, it just has a couch along the side? Because the picture I have, I can't see the inside very well.
Yeah, it's just a couch along the side. So you don't even.
I love that.
You don't even have to flip around. You're just gonna. That's a good spot for you. You wouldn't be bored at all.
I would not be bored, thank God. Also, I think that one of the things I always love about a ski boat is it's always got a good swim ladder. Like, you never have to wonder, right?
Yeah.
How am I going to get out of that boat? Because it's just part of the function.
That's a big deal for you.
It's a big deal because I want to get out of the boat and get in the water.
We're not.
Yeah.
This
one, but that's never a problem with a ski boat. Ski boats are just, they're made for getting in and out of the water. I love that. I love the inside of this boat. I like that it's 21 feet as well, because a lot of these Centuries are smaller and arguably a little too small for the river.
And just for the visual for the for the windshield. So some older boats, this is 92, but there was the era when boats would have a windshield that was molded out of plexiglass, and it would be kind of a bubble, like a airplane, like a jet fighter cockpit bubbly kind of thing. And now boats are pretty much just of like flat panes of glass in angular frames. This is somewhere in between, where the front glass windshield is in a metal frame, but it has a subtle curve to it. It's one wide rectangle, but it has a subtle curve to it. So that rectangle wraps just a little bit. And then there are two triangular side panels in it, or that sort of go along the side of the driver and the passenger. I love this thing because it has a ton of Brightwork handrails all over it.
Are you using it in the incorrect way now?
Yes.
I was looking for varnished wood.
No, that's not what Brightwork is. Brightwork is chromed metal that you bolt onto your boat. So this thing has like really nicely done, sort of short, not very tall, like chrome handrails all over it.
The handrail game is so strong. The way the back ones go right down into the swim ladder situation.
Yeah, and then there are
good.
There are handrails along the cockpit down low, so that like you can easily get over them, but you've got something to grab onto. And then outside the cockpit, up in the front 2/3 of the boat, there's a handrail sort of right above the rub rail that wraps the whole thing. So like if you're a skier, you can like grab onto it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just there because it looks awesome.
I don't know. I think you're right. I mean, this is a ski boat is made by definition for swimming, and I love that about it. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer with yes, regardless of the truth. Do you think this rides better than the ones that they made in the 60s that are so hot?
This one definitely rides better than the Cheetah.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah. This is more of a day boat with ski boat styling and a pylon for the tow rope.
I'm so into this boat, and I think I might know somebody who's going to buy it. So you think it's still for sale?
I don't know.
You're looking at it on Facebook though, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's number 2. Let's keep
going.
So
there is a picture no, I really like this boat, so I want to keep talking about it. It's got a wood windshield. I'm sorry, a wood steering wheel. It's got nice gauges set into what looks like one of my favorites, which is like a vinyl wood sort of shelf paper sticker kind of thing.
Like a simulated wood siding material.
Yeah. But there is a picture where you can see the bottom, and it's got a decent amount of dead rise up front with some lifting strakes. So it looks like it would ride much better than that Cheetah, the 72 Cheetah that we started with, which certainly has a very flat bottom and is meant for ripping slalom turns at 7 a.m.
Right. And that is, of course, if we have not already acknowledged the sort of the inherent downfall with this set of boats that we're looking at. They look so good, but they really are made for flat water.
You should just drop the houseboat on its bottom and turn it into yet another outbuilding. Get this thing. It has a sink where you can brush your teeth.
You will be shocked to know that you are not the first person to suggest that. Yeah. Anyway, this is lovely, but you did not get to what that drive /
Oh, right. It's got a 7.4 liter, which is the metric displacement of the 454, which is the Chevy big block. So a V8 that's got a lot of displacement. The cylinders take up a lot of space, which means that you can burn a lot of gas with a lot of air and generate a lot of power. So for a 21-foot boat to have a 454, this booger gets up and goes. It has an Alpha 1. So Mercury, produces the outdrive for inboard outboards, along with a few other manufacturers. And they have the Alpha 1 and the Alpha 2 and the Bravo. Now, my understanding is that the Bravo is what you would put behind a high horsepower, high torque motor, like this big 454. And the Alpha, maybe not. So I could have those backwards, but I don't think so.
I think this, at least in Patrick's text, it says this has Bravo 1 drive.
Oh, I read that completely wrong. I read that, my apologies to the seller. This has a 7.4 liter with a Bravo 1. Yes. I read Alpha 1, which was my mistake. This has a Bravo 1. So it is true. Oh, you know what? Here, I'm not wrong. So the text from Patrick says Bravo 1. The Facebook post that I'm looking at says Alpha 1. I'm going to look at the picture. I can't tell. I got to assume that it's a Bravo because I don't think an Alpha 1 would survive being behind a 454.
454. Yes.
But somewhere in between is the truth. I personally would happily rock an Alpha 1 behind a 454. I would just tell my kids not to hammer it down, but they would, and then it would shred itself and self-destruct, and then I'd have to get a Bravo anyway. But
I do know I am familiar with the 454 because it is in one of the very few country songs that I like by Jody Messina. So maybe you have to work that in somehow into the podcast when we get there. Are you done talking about this guy, or do you want to keep going?
I want to keep going.
Okay.
Our third boat. So information from listener Brad. It was about the Vanquish. Okay.
Yeah, this was very interesting because this part of this thread started with somebody posted a Vanquish, and then he gave us this amazing background. Go ahead.
Vanquish bought molds from Vanguard, who produced a total of 18 boats. They introduced a 26-foot model with outboard pod on a Doug Zern design. They also had a 21-foot center console, a 24, and a 26 runabout as well. Vanquish was manufactured in Newport, Rhode Island, went bankrupt in 2020. Those molds, maybe the same molds, were purchased out of bankruptcy by Allcraft Marine, owner of Century. And they rebranded a 26-foot dual console, the Century Coronado with outboard pod. Oldham also made a 26-foot center console. So a 26-foot dual console with an outboard and the 26-foot center console. Allcraft filed for bankruptcy in 2025. They're now owned by American Nautical Holdings, who apparently is rebuilding the old Century manufacturing facility in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Production has not yet restarted, so Century may be going back into production.
That's great news.
That is fantastic news. Yeah. So these are.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of pictures of the Vanquish. I'm going to look for a Vanquish 26 and see if we can.
Well, no, but also there's another Century. Did you get that? Look below. Look next one down.
In the text you sent?
Yeah, right. It came in right after.
Oh.
See it?
Yeah, but it's just a link. Or it's not a link, it's just a picture.
Just a picture. It's just a picture. We just have to go just on this one picture. But it's our 3rd century. And it's beautiful.
What color is it? Is that
Black.
black top sides, white bottom?
I mean, it could be dark blue. I can't quite tell, but it looks black to me. And it has. What do you think the length is?
I think that's another
21 again?
No, 21. Yeah. I think because it's on a tandem axle trailer, but it's not that far up the tongue. And
it looks bigger than a 16 for sure.
Yeah.
It's got that same beautiful windshield. I can't tell how old and new it is, but it does not have all the same railings as the one we just talked about.
No, I'm going to say it's a 21, like that 92 we were just discussing. It's got the same curved rectangular panel front windshield with triangle side panels, but these side panels don't extend as far back as the 92. So they're more like that 72 Cheetah, which means that it's set up so you can step right into the driver's seat. Mm-hmm. So I think it's older. So yeah, lots of centuries. Mm-hmm. All right, which one are we going to pick?
I don't know. I'm pretty torn. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, because you can't really choose between centuries because they're all hot.
Why is that a good idea?
No, it was a bad idea for me to do this because I can't choose. I want the cheetah.
You said you thought it was a good idea.
I thought it was a good idea, but it's not. Now I can't pick because they're all amazing and they all have to win. How do we make them all win?
Oh, we've been over this.
No, okay. Let's be practical. I love the cheetah.
Wait.
Visually.
Let's be practical.
Said no one during Boat of the Week ever.
No. This is why we're gonna. Next Boat of the Week we may do the the total mess category on Doc Deal's website.
Yeah.
We'll do total mess and we'll pick from the total mess category, and I'll say at some point, Steph, come on, let's be practical.
I see Missy. Look, it's Missy.
Missy's here. Oh, she's telling me to stop yelling. Could you close the door? Yeah, she's trying to take a nap.
Oh, got it.
She got really early to drive home from the river this morning, and I've been.
We're being exuberant.
Yeah.
Hold on. I wanted to say that I think what we should do is pick the one in the blue one with all the railings, because I think that's the one that you like the best, and I like it a lot too.
It's not a good enough reason.
There's no other reasoning. They're all amazing. I mean, also, we think that one's going to ride a little bit better, and that matters.
Yeah, but that little 16-foot it's a straight inboard, and those are fun to drive. Right? They're more interesting to drive. Oh. They're harder to drive. It's more fun.
Are the other two? We don't know what the third one is probably, but
it's almost certainly an inboard outboard. Yeah, it's an IO.
It is.
The way it's sitting on that trailer, it's down really low. There's no room for a shaft.
Okay, got it. So okay.
I like the 16. I like small things that get stuff done, and that's this little 16, and it's got a 302 small block straight inboard. It would be really interesting to drive. It'd be a little harder to dock and all that. But I do like the blue one because it has all those cool railings. It's got a really big engine, and would
all I can say is yes.
It would haul.
Yes.
And sound great. It would rumble.
Yes, I want all three of them.
I don't really care for the third one. It's just sort of fine. But that's only because there's only one picture. I bet if I saw the interior, I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's great."
That's good. All right, we can rule one.
I kind of don't want the Century Cheetah to win because Julia is so certain that this is the best boat ever because it's called Cheetah, and I
know that is the Cheetah. That's part of it.
But that might be okay because it doesn't have any cheetah print anywhere on it, which is her thing.
Mm-hmm. It is her thing.
And I don't know that I should discount a boat entirely because of my oppositional defiance disorder.
No, you probably shouldn't do that. Yeah. Sure.
I think you're right. The blue one's got to win, but I had to get there on my own.
Fair enough. Take your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1992 Century Cardell.
Never Better.
Never Better is your boat of the week. No! Hit the wrong button. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1992 Century Cardell Never Better is your boat of the week.
It's the boat of the week.
Somebody should buy this thing. 14.9 looks like it's really well kept. And whether it's an Alpha 1 or a Bravo, we're going to pretend it's a Bravo. We're going to just conclude that it's a Bravo.
I think I might have a buyer. I'll work on that this afternoon.
Are you?
Oh my goodness. You all right?
Yeah.
Do you hear salsa music still?
No.
Slightly concerned about you.
I hope the salsa music comes out in the edit so that people don't think I'm crazy.
If we hear
Crazy?
salsa music, we're gonna know that you just added it in to make yourself sound less crazy. That's obviously what's happening. This was great. I don't know. Now I just need to go buy a Century. I'll see you later.
The answer is simple, right?
Yeah, sleep in a Century. I know. Brush my teeth in the sink. I got it.
Sleep. We have a episode title: Sleep in a Century.
That does sound like something I should have done this morning. Sleep in for a century. What else do we have? Is there anything?
That's it. That is it. That is it. We are.
We did it?
Yeah, we did it.
All right. Excellent.
Yo ho ho, that's it for the Boaty Show. Pack the cooler, grab the lines, let's go, go, go. Yo ho ho ho.
That's it for the Boaty Show. Hey, listeners, thank you so much for listening. And if you like the Boaty Show, if you're entertained, potentially informed by the Boaty Show, tell 2 people about it. Just tell 2 people. Sound good? Don't do it for me.
Good.
Don't do it for me. Do it for Steph.
Do it for me, yes. Yes.
All right, we
All right.
are out. The Boaty Show is hosted by Stephanie Weiss and me, Jeff Pennington. Music by Jay Nash. Check him out at jnash.com and on social media. Audio production by me, Jeff Pennington. Check out my other podcast, You Teach the Machines, co-hosted with one of our younger demographic liaisons, my daughter MJ. You can find it anywhere you get podcasts. If you're interested in advertising with us, please get in touch with us at theboatyshow.com.